Hello everybody and welcome back to Karuna River Oracle. Today we are doing the reading for June 9th, 2026 and I am using the Rumi Oracle deck. So this is a really beautiful one by Alana Fairchild. And we're just going to shuffle and I am asking for Spirit to give us a message that is something that we need. Okay, so this card wanted to come out. Okay, so this is for June 9th, 2026. We've got number 22, and this is the lion and the deer. So this is a extremely beautiful card. They are all incredible. Hopefully you can see that one. I'm going to go straight into reading that. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. So that's a poem by Rumi. Okay, so this is the interpretation part. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet, and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified it gives up the game and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then, I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw secure, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love is what you give me, for you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. Hello, my old friend. Do you remember me? We are the oldest of friends, ancient soulmates we are, acquainted over many lifetimes, past and through many lessons learned together in the school of love. So here we meet again in this advanced spiritual training of the human experience. With the earth as our classroom, the moment is upon us to leave behind what we have once known and to open up to the great mystery of life again. Our souls leapt from the divine oneness through the river of forgetfulness and now dive into a body and a life. What a journey that leap begins. Let us honor the tiger and the lamb within each other, the lion and the deer. I can witness in you both the raging warrior who fights with unbreakable honor and the healer who brings together those things torn apart. Of course, for are we not all things? Are we not human and angel, animal and spirit? Are we not heaven and earth? Are we not divine? And in being divine, being all things are divine. So we are here together in the school of love, not for the soul who still adheres to preference instead of curiosity, not for the soul who craves comfort instead of devotion to divine adventure. We must be like lovers, you and I, if we are to take these lessons. We must be willing to become mad with passion, crazy enough to chase the great beloved, even if it means forgetting who we are for a time to have the sacred delight of rediscovery, breaking some rules and looking like fools. Well, what could be greater than becoming a fool for love? That will do for us. That will do well. Let us be fools for love together. So shall we become study mates? We'll recognize each other even in all our varied garbs, bright or somber, wild or gentle. We'll become the most enthusiastic students in the school of love, urging each other on to ever greater feats of passion and devotion. How we shall outdo each other in grand gestures and our unwavering commitment. This oracle brings you a special message. You are rediscovering a part of yourself that has been lost or submerged underneath more practical concerns. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. It may even be about who you are if you now admit your talent or other emerging personality traits. Perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker, your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well then, you are the lion and the deer. That is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole. The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper most now if you are willing to unbecome what you have believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed as far too limiting. It just won't feel true for you anymore, if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings you shall be temporary fuel to ignite the divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all of your flavors, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish served up as a divine feast. You shall become nourishment for all the world in perfect balance. Your being will hold all, for it holds all within it. It will deny nothing and become a tonic to feed every taste, every appetite, every hunger, and every deficiency. What an extraordinary sublime meal you shall be, how your presence shall nourish the world. And it all begins with shedding the either and the or, and recognizing instead the all. With such wild permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness, feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying, and exquisite. Okay, so that is a extremely profound message today. So this is what I feel. Okay, so with this one, I will do a quick interpretation of what I feel this message is saying, if it was a little bit too difficult to understand. I found in the beginning when I got the Rumi cards, this is maybe like 10 years ago, I read them and I was like, what the hell is this saying? But hopefully one day it will actually click and you will understand it a little bit more if you're having that issue. So basically this is saying that I actually mentioned a couple of days ago that there is the black and the white, the yin and the yang. We do need to embrace both sides of ourselves in order to be whole. So we do not need to deny the parts of ourselves that you might think are not so maybe graceful or not so honorable. And you need to experience both things in order to have the human experience. There is no other way. And so it's basically saying that, like, in order to be the best student in life, is that you need to take in both experiences and really see how you can learn from them and embrace those aspects of yourself and work out how you can use what you've learned in your life. So it is bringing to attention that there may be things about yourself that you are possibly made to believe that aren't so ideal for a society, but everyone is different. So someone might be more of a hothead than someone else. The thing is that you are needing to embrace that you have those different you have the duality of those emotions and those reactions to certain things. And so I think when we are going through these different emotions that are very different to one another, we are at first learning from those experiences, but then also learning in the best way to express those emotions. So, and also learning when is the best moments to have those sort of reactions. So instead of burying them in the ground and choosing to not embrace some sort of side of ourselves, we are going to feel unhappy if we are not embracing those parts of ourselves that we are made to believe are not so great. So there may be things as well in life that you really want to do, and you are thinking that it's not exactly the thing that matches up with your supposed personality. Well, you just need to take off your mask, share both sides of yourself, and believe that every part of yourself needs to have the love that it deserves. Don't try to pretend to believe. Don't try to pretend to be something that you are not. Just as long as that you are sharing the sides of yourself in a way that is good for everyone else and good for yourself, because you won't feel happy inside if you are denying certain parts of yourself. It also means that you need to surround yourself with people who are going to accept you for who you are. So, for example, I am a very I can be a very calm person, and I can also be a complete opposite. And this is something that people around me just have come to accept. And as long as I am accepting it as well, and that I am not using those certain emotions to a point where it is hurting others. So if I was to not embrace that side of myself in particular moments where it is actually acceptable to have strong reactions, then I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be myself. I wouldn't be able to really feel like myself, because everyone has a we all have that yin and the yang. We all have those different sort of like more masculine energy and more feminine energy. As long as everything is in balance, then that is when we're going to feel like our true selves. So I hope this made sense. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.